We are joined now on the Murph and Andy Show here as we start hour number 2 with Marty McDonald. He is with SaveOurChiefs.com. Marty, has it gotten that bad in Chiefs country that you had to take this step?
Well, first off, thank you guys for the opportunity to be on your show today. We really appreciate it. And you know, the thing with Kansas City football right now, it's something that we all take great pride in. We are a very passionate fan base. However, the last 4 years of the Patriot way have proven to be the wrong way. And there's a lot of us out there. It doesn't matter if you live in Kansas City or other parts of the USA. We're all frustrated. We're all passionate about Chiefs football, and a lot of us came together with the idea of, you know, flying a banner, putting Save Our Chiefs together to create awareness that the fan base isn't happy, and we're not just going to be token rollovers anymore.
So what are you trying to accomplish, Marty?
The biggest thing that we're trying to accomplish is to create awareness. A lot of times, and we fully realize this, is that teams, they don't necessarily recognize when the fan base gets a little chippy, so to speak. But we also believe that together, through social media and the power that we have, is we can all come together, have our voice be more unified, be a little bit stronger, a little bit louder, and say, hey, Clark, we need change. Scott Pioli's not the right leader for this franchise. We need some better coaching, and we definitely need a franchise quarterback.
Now, you guys went forever with Carl Peterson as the general manager there, and so many of the Chiefs fans were so ready for him to go. You waited through one general manager and now through another. Do you feel like the Hunt family is open to suggestion at all?
You know, I from what I have been told, and actually was informed of this morning, the Hunt family is noticing what is going on. The difference between Carl Peterson and Scott Pioli is that Carl Peterson managed to take a franchise when he was hired on at the end of '88 that was struggling, much like we are right now, and he converted it into a program that was competitive year in, year out, was winning, you know, AFC West titles, getting into the playoffs. You know, we didn't win the big one, but it made Arrowhead such a fun and festive environment. And then you saw Gunther Cunningham try to keep that spirit, and Dick Vermeil did for a little bit, and same with Herm Edwards. But now, with Scott Pioli's leadership, we're not there. And fans didn't go to this type of level to get Carl Peterson out of Kansas City that we have with Scott Pioli. And I think a lot of that is really the impact of social media and what it can do today.
Marty McDonald is with SaveOurChiefs.com. Of course, as you know, there are many Kansas City Chiefs fans here in the state of Iowa. What kind of feedback are you getting, both good and bad, from Chiefs fans?
Well, I think, you know, let's start out with the bad side. Is there's a lot of misunderstanding. There's a lot of folks out there who think that we are fair-weather fans and that we've jumped off a bandwagon. That could be further from the truth. In fact, we're very passionate, and the fact is that we all decided, hey, instead of just sitting and crying on internet message boards, you know, what can we do to, you know, raise awareness and try to bring light to this? And now you're seeing, you know, writers from ESPN such as Adam Schefter and Jeffrey Chiata, Jason Whitlock, Bill Simons. They're all openly talking about Kansas City's situation, and that wouldn't have happened, you know, had not such a large group got together. On the positive side, we're getting tons and tons and tons of support from people. We have folks who've been loyal season ticket holders for many years who are saying, hey, we're right there with you. And understand, we're still supporting players. We just are not at all satisfied with the leadership.
That's really tough, though, isn't it, Marty, just to jump in? It's tough to say you're still supporting the players and the team itself while calling for some elements of a
it's like a revolution.
Yeah,
almost asking for. Right.
You're asking for almost a boycott in some ways, aren't you?
Well, you know, and that's a great point and a great question. We have not tried to boycott the Chiefs. at all. We have not tried to institute, hey, don't go into Arrowhead. Don't call the Chiefs and ask to cancel your season tickets or ask for a refund, because they're not going to do that. You know, with our blackout movement, what we've done is we've created, long sleeve T-shirts, hoodies, warm weather clothes that say Blackout Arrowhead, and we're trying to do it on November 18th because we're trying to send a visual message. Now, the hoodies are in black, but the colors are Chiefs red, Chiefs yellows, right down to the same Pantone color match. So folks are still going into these games. They're still going to go tailgate. They're still going to pay for parking because they already have a cost, and you have the issue of sunken costs.
Well, I'm sorry. This is kind of a dire situation in Kansas City, in that you guys, it wasn't too long ago where you did something like this at Kauffman Stadium with the Royals, right? Didn't Kevin Keatsman organize some kind of walkout where everybody just left to protest the Royals not spending enough money to keep the team competitive?
Yeah, Kevin Keatsman from WHBA 10 a.m. in Kansas City organized the protest, and they paid for everyone's ticket out in General Field. They gave everyone T-shirts, and I think it was the middle of the game where they got up and walked out, and it was really to protest the size of the payroll of the Yankees compared to other small market teams such as the Royals. We're trying to create that awareness. Now, to pull something like that off in Arrowhead, the logistics behind it, at best you would be able to manage one section. And would it be the upper bowl or the lower bowl that would participate? Mm-hmm. Instead, we're asking folks to wear black to the Bengals game because we want to show that through color and through numbers that, hey, there's a lot of unhappy people that are unhappy with leadership, but we're still here to support the team. And I think that that's a hard concept for some folks to understand because we're not walking out and we're not turning our back on these guys. A lot of folks might think that's the case with what we're doing, but we're not. A lot of this is driven at Scott Pioli. In fact, there's been changes made this week within the Chiefs organization and in the locker room where they've taken down some signs that I guess Coach Cornell's trying to jumpstart. Now that they put up this big sign inside the locker room that says, play good football.
Marty McDonald. I'm sorry, Marty. There's a little bit of a delay in the phone there. I thought you were done. But Marty McDonald is with SaveOurChiefs.com, joining us on the Murph and Andy Show, 1460 KXNO. Marty, what's the Save Our Chiefs position on former Hawkeye quarterback Ricky Stanzi?
We think that Ricky Stanzi is never really been groomed to be an NFL quality quarterback. We have Jim Zorn on the staff, who is a good quarterback coach. I just don't think, and a lot of us don't think, that Stanzi has been given the shot. And so when he has gone in and played, his performance has been less than desirable. This is symbolic of the Chiefs and drafting quarterbacks. Adam Schefter today came out with an article, the stat that we've been circulating for a long time, that it's been literally 25 years since a quarterback drafted by Kansas City has won a football game.
Man, that's an ugly stat.
Yeah, it's a mind-blowing stat. And I think it's symbolic that we've tried to go after the Elvis Gerbacks, the Matt Castles, we had Rich Gannon, we let him go, and he went on to have a great career with Oakland. And so we have failed, aside from Joe Montana and Trent Green, to have a really good quarterback that we can develop and be that long-term face. You look at Josh Freeman and what he's done over the last 3 games, and he's a Kansas City guy, went to K-State. He was right in our backyard, and we let him get out from under us. And that would have done so many positive things for the franchise for a lot of reasons. But the club just is not good at developing young quarterback talent, and we feel bad for Ricky.
More information available at SaveOurChiefs.com. We appreciate the time, Marty McDonald. Thank you.
Thank you, guys, and good luck up there this weekend. We appreciate your support and wish you the best.
Thank you. Joining us on the WCI Pools and Spas hotline. Hey, we may need a SaveOurVikes.com.